Hello, welcome to Ash Yoga. My name is Ashley. Today we have a 20-minute power vinyasa class with a focus on core, but we'll get started laying on our back, spending a few moments turning into our breath. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. Close your eyes and have your legs laying flat and long on the mat or knees knocking in towards one another. Take a deep breath in, feeling your belly rise, chest rise, and sip in a little bit more air into your throat. Big sigh out, letting it go, feeling the air move out. Your chest drops, your belly drops. Another deep inhale, feel your belly rise. And exhale, letting it all go. As you continue to breathe, try to breathe in and out through your nose. Have a slight constriction in the back of your throat to make an oceanic type sound as if you're sighing with your mouth closed. This is your Ujjayi breath, which will build heat in your body. And if you can, try to use this breath throughout the next 20 minutes. Breathing in and out through your nose. One more breath in here. And exhale. When you're ready, you can start to bring movement back into your body. You can hug your knees in close to your chest. And we'll take a few rock and rolls up towards a seated position, massaging out our spine. And when you're ready, make your way to tabletop position, inhaling, arching your spine and looking up, and exhaling, rounding your spine. You can move at your own pace, making sure you're moving breath to movement. You can rock your hips side to side. Flip your wrists in. Do whatever feels right. Rocking back and forth sometimes with your wrist turned in. Feels good to get a nice stretch along that forearm. And then when you're ready, you can push your way back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet here, shake your head no, nod your head yes. We're going to move into a few rounds of spinal undulations. Coming up on the balls of your feet, round your spine, slowly rolling out like a wave out to a high plank. Then bend your knees, inhale, arch your spine like a cow pose and push back to downward facing dog. Exhale, round your spine, roll out to high plank. And inhale, arch your spine, look up, bend your knees, pushing your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Take one more round at your own pace and we'll meet back in downward facing dog. When you're ready, you can slowly walk your feet up towards the top of your mat. Here in a standing forward fold, letting your head relax, neck relax. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll yourself up into stand Tadasana. With an inhale, raise your arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, fold forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift, and exhale, plant your hands down, stepping your right and left leg back, high plank. You can drop your knees down and then we'll slowly lower our chest towards the ground, untuck our toes. Inhaling and lifting our chest up into a baby cobra, trying not to put too much weight in our hands. Exhale, you can let that go, pushing your hips back into a child's pose. You can widen your knees a little bit here, toes together. Curl your fingers a little bit more forward if you can. When you're ready, we'll make our way into a tabletop pose, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. You can extend your right leg long behind you, pivoting your left foot in so it serves as a kickstand as we lift our right arm towards the sky, circling out our shoulder in a supported side plank. One more time here, and then you can extend your right arm high. Look up at the right hand if you feel like you have the balance, and we'll lift our right leg. You can flex your right toes. Hold here for 3, 2, 1, and then you can let it all go. We'll do this on the other side, extending our left leg long, pivoting our right heel back, lifting our left arm to the sky. Begin to circle out through your left shoulder here. One more time. Looking up at that left palm. Keep it raised high as we lift our left leg parallel towards our hips, flexing so your toes are pointing towards the side of your mat. And then you can let it all go. We'll push our hips up and back into downward facing dog. When you're ready, walk or hop towards the front of your mat, inhaling to a halfway lift, and exhale, standing forward fold. With an inhale, raise your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, palms by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms back up to frame your ears, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward, and exhale, step or jump back, lowering your chest all the way to the ground or halfway to the ground. Inhaling, lift your chest up, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're going to get into some nice core work here. You've got this. Inhaling your right leg high, three-legged dog. And exhale, bring your knee to your right upper arm or elbow. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee across your body towards your left elbow or upper arm, and inhale, back to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, holding it tight to your chest, hollowing out your core for 3, 2, 1. You can step your foot in between your palms, runner's lunge. Look forward here, coming up on your fingertips. Make sure your back toes are tucked. And inhale up to high lunge. You can straighten out both legs here. With an exhale, rebend into that front knee. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, bend. You can cactus your arms or keep them up high. Inhaling to straighten. Exhale, rebend. Inhale to straighten. And this time as you exhale, spin yourself open into a warrior 2. Bend a little bit deeper in that front knee, both arms strong, gaze over your front middle finger. With your next inhale, you can straighten out both legs, pivoting your right toes so that they're facing the left side of your mat, raising your arms up high. Place your hands on your hips. Begin to hinge forward into a wide leg forward fold. Put more weight in the ball mounds of your feet, lifting your hips up. You can bring your hands in the midline of your feet, or catch the outer edges, or put your hands on blocks. Slowly feeling your chest melt closer and closer towards the mat. With an inhale, look forward, halfway lift, and exhale, crawl your palms to frame your back foot, pivoting so both heels are facing the back of the mat. Inhale, we'll kick our left leg up and back into a three-legged dog. And exhale, bend your knee, opening up your hip. Now you can stay here, or you can come into a wild thing, dropping your left foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Hips up, reaching towards the back. You can replant your left palm, kicking your left leg back into a three-legged dog. And as we exhale, we'll bring our left knee back towards our chest and step it in between our palms, runner's lunge, facing the back of our mat. Stay here. You can rock back and forth for a moment. And then we'll bring our right foot halfway up the length of our mat into pyramid pose. Your back foot should be 45-degree angle. Toes can be pointed towards the top corner of your mat. And then we'll make our way back through a wide leg forward fold, moving towards the right. And from here, we'll go into Skandasana at the top of our mat, bending our right knee, left toes pointing up. You can come up on blocks or have your hands on the mat to support you, making sure that right heel is really pressed into the mat. And then we'll switch, coming into Skandasana at the back of our mat. Again, using your hands here to support or using just the strength of your legs. Switch back to Skandasana at the top of your mat. Amazing work, everyone. You can place your hands at the top of your mat, framing your front foot, and we'll kick our right leg up and back. Come into one-legged chaturanga. Both feet down for upward facing dog, and then push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Amazing work. We've got this on the other side with an inhale, raising our left leg high, and exhaling, bringing it to our left upper arm. Inhale, back to three-legged dog, and exhale, bring your left knee to your right upper arm. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. And this time as we exhale, bring your knee to your nose, hollowing out your core for 3, 2, 1. You can step it down in between your palms. Look forward, runner's lunge. Make sure your back toes are tucked, and we'll inhale, coming up into a high crescent lunge. Straighten out that front knee. And with an exhale, we'll re-bend. You can bend your arms, cactusing them, or keep them up high. Inhaling, straighten, and exhale, bend. Inhaling to lengthen. One more time, exhaling to bend. With your next breath, spin open into Warrior 2, gazing over your front palm. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. And with your next inhale, straighten out your left leg. Arms up, framing your ears, pivoting your feet so that they're both facing the side of your mat. With your hands on your hips, you can begin to fold forward into a wide leg forward fold on this side, melting our chest into the ground. You can clasp your hands behind your back here, letting your shoulders drop, pinkies coming closer and closer towards the mat, head coming eventually closer to the mat. You can replant your hands, inhaling into a halfway lift. With an exhale, we'll pivot our toes so they're facing the back of the mat. We're in a runner's lunge facing the back of the mat. And with an inhale, kick your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, open up your hip, bend your knee. You can stay here or come into a wild thing, dropping your right toes out towards your left side, reaching back, pushing your hips up. You can replant your hands, pushing your right leg back into a three-legged dog. And with your next exhale, bring your knee to your nose and stepping it in between your palms. Look forward. With your next inhale, we'll bring our left foot in to a 45-degree angle, pyramid pose, melting our chest. Down along our right leg. Walk your hands towards the left, moving through wide leg forward fold. We're going to come into Skandasana at the front of the mat, bending our left knee. And you can stay here, chest proud, or hands on blocks or the mat. Or you can begin to shift into Skandasana at the back of the mat, staying low to the ground. Meeting back in Skandasana at the front of the mat. Place your palms down to frame your front foot, and you can kick your left foot back, moving through a one-legged chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and pushing yourself back into downward facing dog. Amazing work, everybody. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhaling our right leg up, and exhaling, bring our knee to our nose. Hold for 3, 2, 1. You can drop it. We'll inhale, coming right up into high lunge, straightening out your front leg. This time as you exhale, spin right open into Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Turn both toes towards the left, and we'll fold forward into a wide leg forward fold. With your next inhale, plant your palms, halfway lift. Walk your hands over to frame your foot at the back of the mat, kicking our left leg up and back into three-legged dog. Exhaling, opening up our hip, bending our knee, or opening all the way up into a wild thing pose. We'll meet back in three-legged dog. And with your exhale, bring your knee towards your nose in runner's lunge, facing the back of the mat. Bring your right foot in. We'll move this into pyramid pose, melting our chest down. And then walk your hands over towards your right, coming into Skandasana at the front of the mat. Plant your palms down to frame your right foot, and we'll push it back, moving through our vinyasa.
Back in Chicago, I feel it.
This one more time, inhaling our left leg high and exhaling, bringing our knee to our nose, stepping our foot in between your palms. This time with an inhale, raise right up, straighten your front leg, and exhale as you bend your front knee, open up into warrior two, facing your right side. Straighten your front knee, arms up, pivot both feet towards the right. With your next exhale, fold forward into a wide leg forward fold. Inhale, plant your palms down, look forward, pivot your toes towards the back of the mat, hands frame your foot, and kick your right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhaling, bending your knee, opening up your hip. You can stay here or drop your foot down, moving into a wild thing. We'll meet back in three-legged dog. With an exhale, bring your knee towards your chest, stepping it in between your palms. We'll bring our left toes in, pyramid pose. Walk through a wide leg forward fold, and we'll bend our left knee, coming into Skandasana at the top of our mat. Plant your palms, pivoting on both heels so they're facing the front of the mat, and we'll move through our vinyasa, or you can meet us right back in downward facing dog. Amazing work. I know that was pretty fast-paced today. You did so amazing. We're just going to do a little bit more core, and then we'll make our way towards the mat. With an inhale, you can lift your right leg high, three-legged dog, and exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. Amazing. You've done this before. With an exhale, bring it towards your nose, hollowing out your chest and your core. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. And exhale, bring your knee towards your left elbow. This time we'll extend it long. Coming onto our right palm, left hand towards the sky, fallen triangle. Now you can stay here or use your core to lift your right leg and right toes up off the mat, even just for a second. Amazing. You can replant your hands, kicking your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, and then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. We just got one more side. Inhaling our left leg high, exhaling it, bringing it towards our left upper arm. Inhale, back to three-legged dog, and exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, and exhale, bring your knee to your right elbow across your body. Extend your leg, dropping your foot down into fallen triangle, right arm towards the sky. You can stay here, try to lift your left toes up off the mat. Amazing work. You can drop your right hand back down. We'll lift our left leg up, back towards the sky, three-legged dog, and replant it down on the mat. We're going to take a few more spinal undulations, and then we'll make our way towards the mat. With an exhale, roll yourself out into high plank, and inhale, bend your knees, arch your spine, push your hips back to downward facing dog. Exhale, roll yourself out into a high plank, really doming your upper back, and inhale, back to downward facing dog. One more time, roll yourself out slowly into high plank, holding in a high plank for 5, 3, 2, 1. You can slowly drop your knees. We'll spin our feet towards the front of the mat, coming into a seat. We're going to come into Navasana, boat pose. You can leave your knees at 90 degrees or extend your toes so that your legs are in one straight line. And with an exhale, lower down into a low boat. Inhale, come back up into Navasana. Exhale, arms long, legs long. Inhale, back up. Exhale, re-extend everything long. Inhale, back up 2 more times. Exhale, extend long, low boat. Inhale, knees back to chest. Exhale, letting everything go long, and inhaling back up. Hold here. You can extend your toes long, straightening your legs. And we're going to slowly, at a count of 4, lower ourselves to the ground for 3, 2, 1. Amazing job, everybody. You can hug your knees towards your chest, massaging out your spine. You can hug your right knee into your chest. We're coming into a supine twist. dropping it over towards your left side, looking towards your right. Always making sure both shoulders stay on the mat, and if not, coming out of that twist just a little bit. Enjoy this. I know that was a tough one today. You can inhale, bring your left knee to your chest, and we'll drop it over towards our right. Coming into a supine twist on this side. And then you can hug both your knees into your chest, thanking yourself for showing up today, making the time to get this 20-minute power vinyasa in. You can extend your legs long or keep your feet planted, knees knocking in towards one another. Enjoying a few moments of rest before we return back to our busy day. Thanking yourself for all the hard work you just put in the last 20 minutes. That was not an easy class. Every time you inhale, feeling your belly rise, air moving up around your heart center, up into your chest, sipping in a little bit more air, and exhaling, letting it all go. If you have the time, try to stay here for another minute, resting in Shavasana. Thank you again for taking this class, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.